Oye, savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, Fiji withholds USB grant pending investigation. Survey reveals 3,000 jobs still at risk. And clubs host water safety fair in light of recent drownings.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
The Fijian government has ceased grant contributions to the University of the South Pacific effective immediately. FBC News can confirm that Minister for Economy Ayah Said Qayyum has written to the USB advising them of the decision. Said Qayyum states the Fijian government is concerned about the lack of adherence to the principles of good governance in the day-to-day administration of USB. He adds that the government is particularly and deeply concerned about the lack of investigations into serious allegations identified by the USB Pro-Chancellor and the Chair of the Audit and Risk Committee. The USB has been told that until such time as a thorough and independent investigation is carried out to the satisfaction of the Fijian government, grants to the university will be ceased with immediate effect. Fiji has allocated $27.6 million as grant to USB for the current financial year. A second survey conducted by the Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation reveals over 3,000 workers remain at risk of losing their jobs due to COVID-19. 271 enterprises participated in the Federation's in-crisis survey in June and have indicated that 41% of them are at risk of a complete shutdown. Executive Officer Victoria Yee says the findings have prompted the Federation to subsidize costs of drawing up the business continuity plan to 50%. In the past few weeks, the Federation has responded to the needs of over 200 registered enterprises.
Members who don't have a BCP planning, the cost of preparing one is subsidized. So that's one of the services that we continue to provide for the MSMEs, for them to be able to continue to operate and also to be able to bounce back when all the COVID era finishes, and for them to be able perhaps to relook at the business model and see how they can change the way they're doing things right now, and perhaps go into a new sphere of being in a new niche market.
4 Suva-based swimming clubs and the Fiji Sports Council have stepped up following the recent drownings. The clubs hosted a water safety fair at the Damora Aquatic Centre in Lothal in Suva, and the turnout was impressive. Head coach of the Babale Swimming Club, Jennifer Liu, says the increase in drownings mean more needs to be done to prevent future incidents.
10 drownings in 3 weeks is shocking, and for the swimming community it's like a nail to our heart, you know, every time a child drowns. So this isn't a learn to swim program, it's just raising awareness of water safety, what to do when they're down at the beach, how to enter the water safely, how not to go and rescue people if they're too small, and what they can do to help people when they're in the water.
Over 100 children attended the event this morning and were taught about water safety. Minister for Local Government Pramila Kumar says her next big area of work will be rate collection. Amendments to the law regarding rate collection will soon be brought to Parliament to ensure Fijians pay in a timely manner. Kumar says municipal councils need funds to operate, or services will hang in the balance.
You cannot treat your rates as something not important. You know, as you pay your taxes to FERCs, in a similar manner you must pay your rates to municipal council, because municipal council has to keep the cities and towns clean, tidy, and also put more amenities in the cities and towns.
The Consumer Council has in the past noticed that some traders tried to get rid of their old stock during a sale. While not specifically referring to the upcoming Suva on sale, Council Chief Executive Seema Shandil says at times traders try to clear out the damaged products, which is unethical. Shandil says consumers have a responsibility to check the quality of the goods before buying. She has urged consumers to check for after-sales service if they are intending to buy white goods.
For example, if you're buying a pair of shoes and if you are buying an old stock, you know within few weeks you'll see that you won't be able to use it anymore because the condition has already deteriorated.
Up ahead, Barbarian Brothers aims for a good start. And women's IDC pools drawn.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Jerry Tuai's Barbarian Brothers are aiming to lay a solid platform for the 44th Fiji Bitter Marist Sevens tournament. The Barbarians are laced with good players, including national squad members Kameli Rasaku, Anasa Ngaranivalu, Chuta Wainingolo, Suva Flanker, Daniela Sandrungu, and veteran Pio Tuai. Leading the team to their first Marist Sevens outing, Jerry Tuai says it will be an interesting tournament.
I've seen potential in them, try to put them in the spotlight so they can be included in the 7s or 15s, so even good opportunity. My aim right now is to play this our first tournament, and like all the teams, we want to win our pool games, but for now we are still focusing on our first pool match.
Fans will see a new look Raiwasa Resort Taviuni side at the Fiji Bitter Marist Sevens tournament. The side comprises new blood who will be playing under the guidance of veterans Eroni Wudango and Anarete Vita. Captain Penny Romulo says the lack of experience will not deter them in any way.
We have a lot of new players. Some of them will be making their first appearance in the Marist Sevens, and there's only a few of us who have been playing for the team in the last 2 to 3 years. But we are confident in our new players who will come out fighting in the tournament.
A new format will be followed in this year's 44th Fiji Bitter Marist Sevens tournament. Teams will go through 2 elimination rounds before they can proceed to the main cup quarterfinals. This year, majority of the teams are taking part for the first time. Marist Rugby Club President Lawrence TIKARAM says these teams will get more exposure during the tournament tomorrow and Saturday at Suva's ANZ Stadium.
In the 4 different color categories will proceed to elimination 1. The balance of the 32 teams will then have to play off in the first pre-elimination games, which will be on Friday night. The 16 teams that win those matches will then meet the top 16 teams that are waiting in elimination 1.
The defending champions of the Vodafone Women's Inter-District Championship, BA, has been drawn in a pool of death. BA Women's Football is pooled with last year's runners-up Lambasa, Nandi and Tailevu Naitasiri in Pool B. Hosts Suva lead Pool A with Rewa, Nandronga and Nasinu. Nasinu returns to the IDC after 6 years. The cool, cloudy weather and scattered light showers continue near eastern shores. Elsewhere, conditions should be fine apart from possible afternoon or evening showers or thunderstorms. And that's your FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. In times of crisis, you need news you can trust. Get the verified facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news, fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Have a good afternoon.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.